Okay, good to see you all today. Just if I don't know if any of you could tell me where we left off the last time, and so we can move forward. Um, First of all, I need to have a co-host to if a co-host. Right. If you are a co-host, right. I don't know if any of you can see what I'm sharing. Can give me a thumbs up where you are or react to it for me. That you can see what I'm sharing. Okay, thank you. All right. I'm just gonna be we're gonna do a very quick recap of what we taught uh 2 weeks and last week. Okay. Basically we we examine master data quality, and of course we treated the long-term plan approach to achieving the dimension of data quality, which of course accuracy, completeness, consistency, and reliability. So we said in modern times when we have the digital era, now it, the integrity of data becomes very important, and the quality of it is the foundational framework for every organization to build upon their strategic decision making process. So also um, the dimension of such quality of data, accurate, complete, consistent, and reliability in terms of data. So that becomes the lifeblood of every company's uh, um, quality of data. Okay, this helps to set up a standard and criteria to which you measure technically every challenge that they may face to have an imperative strategic decision making process. So I made it clear that to understand data quality in terms of components will be accuracy, which implies are free from error, omissions, and discrepancies. Examples were given, and I think I've actually sent this across to you, the literature as well. Another dimension of it is the completeness to ensure that all relevant information without any gaps kind of taken care of. Okay, we give the example of completeness as well and talk about consistency. That if you have a standard and rules, a format in which data have to be put together in terms of storage or whatever, or entry in the beginning, must be very consistent, must be uniform, a standardized, format in which things have been done. For example, if you say a son name first before first name, throughout that company, that data must be in that format. If you want to talk about date of birth, you have to talk about the date and the month and the year, not the year, month, and date. Different companies set their own format differently, and that format must be consistent across board. And there are ways to mitigate against inconsistency. You can provide a draw down alert if things are not well done in a right for a consistent format, or what you just need to do is to provide an alert, or you cannot move forward. Okay, so we talk about reliability. Of course, that data must be trusted. If it's not trusted, it will affect your visualization and also your informed decision making. So we talk about how you able to achieve strategically data quality. First of all, you have to do data profiling assessment. When you are employed in a place, what will you do? The first thing you have to do is to begin a thorough examination of your data, the current situation of how they are, and also have a software to identify the anomalies that are kind of there, outline them out, and make sure you detect the inconsistencies and fix them up. So in order to achieve the data quality, the data standardization is one of the things that you must have to do by creating an imperative and implement data standards and rules. So that which I just mentioned not too far, in order to predefine their structure and how they should go in a specific format. So I started an example of if you receive a video data, it has to be stored in a format like MP4, and voice data, audio data, for example, has to be in MP3. That's the format. So PDF is PDF, MPG, JPEG, and Word and Excel. They have to be in their format. Okay, and after doing that, you have to validate your the accuracy of every data that you have, in order to check what the type and ranges and format, and they implement it to be more sustainable by way of having automation, and that will always be the case. If you so data cleansing is periodic cleaning of or cleansing of data by removing duplications, and you can always say do duplications and correcting inconsistencies as well, and filling in missing information when it's not complete. So that is one of the things you have to carry out. Most of all these things are going to be carried out using software like Power BI or Tableau or Calibra, or you could also use Informatica. So those software are very important. I'm going to we're going to attempt to teach you Power BI here, and also we want you to download it in your system so that, very soon we need to teach you how to cleanse data. So very important. And there's always a data governance, which also established not just the governance of it or the management of data, but there must be framework in getting that done. That is not connected with the fact that you have to have what is called you have to monitor and implement the process as well, and policies that are involved in the implementation, maintaining accountability for the quality of the data that we want to be the endpoint product of value that need to create that will attract financial implications. So we also need to talk about metrics, data metrics. That when we talk about metrics, talking about indicators to measure over time the quality of data that you're producing, and that does not come without standards be set in place, which must be followed in order to achieve best practice during the process of your program that you put in place anyway. That being said, we also talk about data quality tools. There must be investment in data quality tools. Every company do that. in order to ensure that they their business goals target in terms of the kind of data they really want, the quality of data, integrity of data are met. So such softwares are customized to suit their own purpose, especially when there is a more complex data, or also depends on the complexity of data that the enterprise may be having. So, or if you want to do migration from one platform to another in terms of scalability, then that has to be customized. And also, you need to have high data governance policy to accommodate to robust enough to accommodate the kind of complexity of data and the implementation of migration you're having as at then. So very important that we have that done. So, we have real examples. We have the banking setup. Also, we have health setup. And we have the retail, even defense and whatever. We have a lot of real world situation that we can always relate to in order to ensure that. So the basically is it's not mere technical concern, but it's a strategic relevance, and every enterprise put it to cognizance how strong it is. Take it so important to have data accuracy, completeness, consistency, and reliability in order to have a comparative advantage over their competitors. So, and helps them in taking critical informed decision making in terms of innovation and success in their data-driven, era. So it's very important that we get that done. This just a recap. You have the literatures already. Those who haven't received their literature, let me know, especially those who just came in now. So we talk about the quality initiatives, which today I was expecting, because today is a very big day. Some people got to tell me how I sent material to you, how you'll be able to tell me the initiative you have carried out before, and what was the initiative, and also what is the root cause, and how you implemented the initiative, and what was the result and reward of it. So today, we're going to talk about initiative as well again. We're going to give more or less selling yourself within 3 to 4 minutes of any initiative to carry if it is a quality initiative. So we're going to talk about that. Before then, just think about what you're going to say, because everybody have to speak, except those who were not here before. So, data quality initiatives, talking about how to improve the quality of data wherever you are, and also what do you do when you come to an organization when you are employed. Maybe when you have access and you need to carry an assessment and discover that the structure, the content structure, and the quality of data has potential issue. What do? You profile it. What you're doing, you are profiling, because that's why you have assessment being done when you have access to all database within the corporation. So that's data profiling, trying to look at what's going on, And when you have gone there, you discover that there are a lot of data that they are very inaccurate. They are not correct at all. There are duplications of data with addresses and inconsistency of the format of how data should be stored in the database, or probably in banking, in accounting department has their different format of storing names and even date of birth. In a mechanical department or an engineering department or HR will have different format. So when you look at it, what did you do? So I hope I'm not giving you a spoke. So for what you will say. And and other issues in data. So what did you did data cleansing? How did you do that? Yeah, I think I'm ready to hear from you all. And what did you do in terms of formatting the kind of data that will be coming? So, and how you define them, and for me, standard or the kind of format will you store MP4 in MP3 or MP3 So you gotta tell me that. And um, so okay, right. So we're gonna be talking about data governance, or you're gonna relate that to me because the last time you came, you actually saw that. So now I'm gonna start with everyone the kind of initiative. So perhaps um, perhaps we should expect somebody to take a lead for us. Okay, right. So I want you to, I want us right now to look at initiative. Those who were here last time. We have Paul, we have James, and I told you before some will join us, but we have to start now because of the timing. So, do you want us to have a fee to go through first before anybody? Yes or no? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm asking everyone, do you want if to go through just as she did last time for you before you resume, before you do yours?
Later, I think let James try. Mr. James.
James, James,
The last time to prod everyone's memory, I think I used the data quality initiative. Was it in the NHS? I can't remember.
I can also not remember. Maybe
Can
let's
I
look into it.
can I try, sir?
Oh, Paul. That's very good. I really want to. Yeah, Paul. Oh,
Can I try?
you want to try before if you or what if it try anyway?
Let him go for.
Paul, go for it. I like
So
that. Yeah. Paul, I would love. Can you be on video as well? Or you don't want to be on video yet? If being on video gonna disturb you, no problem. Because normally I want you to present yourself just the way they want to see you physically. You like selling yourself. That's very good. Yeah, Paul or ears. Paul, we are waiting. You
Hey.
can't. Oh yeah, we're waiting. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So I said when I was appointed as a data analyst at the supermarket, I was given a period of 7 days to figure out whatever issues the supermarket was experiencing. So after 7 days, I found out that the supermarket had little or no customer feedback system. There wasn't anything on their inventory management, and their product quality control was in shambles. So I reported back to my superiors and listed out the problems for them. So they told me to handle it the best I could. So I took a period of 2 months, first of all, to engage other employees in trainings on customer service and product knowledge and operational procedures. For their product quality control, we established strict control measures for the perishable goods, ensuring that products are fresh, properly stored, and regularly inspected with a first in, first out rule. We also inspected products for damage, expiration, or spoilage. Prior to my arrival, the inventory management, they had little or none of the inventory management. There were goods that were out of stock that they didn't even know was out of stock. And I found out the major reason for this was because they had no one in charge of checking the stocks. They had no one in charge of regulating which goods came in or came out. So to solve this, we brought in an automated system at the pay point that whenever you enter any goods, it automatically records it and deducts it from the total number of goods in stock. For that, we made sure that every single employee at the point of sale became acquainted with the system. I knew how to use the system. So after a period of about 2 months, like I said, we found out that all these problems were solved. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. If what can you say about that?
I think you did very well. The only critique I have is instead of saying we, when you go for an interview, you say I. Everything is down to you yourself.
Okay,
Because
ma.
saying we, it looks as if it's a collective effort, but you are selling just yourself at the interview. So it has to be I. I made sure this, I did this, I did that. At the end of the day, you could just say that based on what I have done or what I had done, the manager or my line manager or the overall director or manager was so impressed that they decided to give me a promotion or they decided to add to my salary or
Thank you, ma.
support initiatives.
Okay, thank
So
you, ma.
it's on the emphasis should be on yourself. I.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much. Louis, have you got time to assess him? If you're not busy. Barrister, have you got time to assess him? Okay. All right. Thank you. Let me tell you my feedback. To be quite honest, I can give you. I can be quite honest. To be quite honest, I can give you 80%. In fact,
Thank you very much, sir.
85%, to be quite honest. In fact, yeah, I'm not gonna. In fact, even with that, I'm very conservative. If I'm very liberal, I will give you 90. So you've really done with it your first time. Next time, I want you to know this. When you're gonna, because when you're gonna answer this kind of question, the question goes, oh, thank you so much for coming. Please, can you just tell me what initiative have you carried out before? Who you are and what initiative have you carried out before? We want to employ you, and I just want to know if you have carried out any initiative before. So that is the question. Okay, so what you need for your opening, just say thank you for the opportunity. As you know, my name is this and that. I have worked before, and the previous job I have. You mentioned the previous anyway, which of course very good. The previous job I've worked on is a brownfield or is a greenfield. You see that? So you must know the difference because you're going to repeat it again today. I'm going to call you back again, so you're going to say the same thing. Even if you write it down, you do it every day. This is a very powerful question you're going to be facing in an interview. And that shows that you have done something before. Okay. Now,
okay. Can I ask a question, please?
Yeah.
Simply, what's the difference between a greenfield and a brownfield?
A greenfield is an area that there's no data governance at all. A brownfield, there has been a data governance. Okay. So perhaps your own is greenfield because what you presented is greenfield, pure greenfield. So that shows there's much work to be done. Okay. So very, very important. Now write it down, area that you need to improve on. First of all, let me finish the positive aspect you mentioned. So when you mentioned that they called you in to within 7 days, they gave you 7 working days to come out with what has been going on. So that you have to have an access. So normally they don't give you 7 working days anyway. That is just too small. Okay. Yeah. So first of all, that means that's not a big enterprise anyway. So because you need to have what is called roadmap. Roadmap is called 30, 60, and 90 days. So we're going to talk about that later. So they gave you 7 days and you were able to detect feedback issues, the issue that they have in the customer CRM, customer relation management system you have, because I can see that that is CRM platform anyway. So it's a feedback system, and you have inventory control system problem as well, and also the products that are not in the right position in terms of ordering and on perishable. So you engage. I like that so much. You engage every other stakeholders, collaborated. That is the word, collaborated. You collaborated with other functional department to ascertain the services that are connected to both feedbacks, inventory, and product, and also look at their responses. Looking at their response, talking about root causes, and also you were able to detect that the freshness and also on perishable goods. You find perishable goods, and also there are some goods that are out of stock. So they have stock out problem as well. So that becomes a problem detected. And as a matter of fact, what the root cause of those things is because there have never been good personnel that will take care of that. So what did you do? You employ people to take care of that. And also you were able to automate the system. I said that every single entry able to see that will be seen that they will see the product that are obsolete, or the product that we stock at, or the problem the remaining one. So automation or the inventory control system model. That's what you actually came out with, and that was and I thank the for ever letting you know, because every good work require a reward. So what does that lead to? Not only the reward, what does that lead to? It leads to having a good insight and experience a good insight, and resulted to a very good strategic decision making with respect to the services. I love that. I love that. I hope you're writing those in there, because you're going to come back. It's okay. And eventually errors were reduced to about 90% errors were eliminated, and errors were reduced to 10%. And then I was eventually promoted, or added bonus based on that initiative shares. You understand? So now let's see how we're going to start it again. My name is, so as usual. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Actually, in my previous job, I worked in a greenfield because there was no data governance, So I was given the opportunity to carry out the data governance program. In fact, my roadmap, I discovered, when after gaining an access, I discovered the current situation of the data governance. Data in the company. So I discover so by initiative, this is what I carry out. Then you just itemize it. Okay. We go through all one by one. Okay, and then
Yes, sir.
you go to okay. So
Thank you, sir. Okay.
okay, so thank you for that. I'll call you back again, and if you can come back with this again, if it is 100 times, I'll make sure it's done, and I'm going to be very, very happy. So you're good to go. Okay. So any other person? Ashbel. Okay. Um. Do did I see someone who run away because of questions or what? Okay. All right. Let's have a blessing. Can you speak? I can't see Archibald anymore. Peace. Can you talk? Okay. Okay. We're gonna go back to what we're gonna go back to Ashbel. We can't see you. I can't see you here. We can't hear you. Do we have Ashbel here? Peace. Can you talk? Actually, I believe everyone's supposed to be talking while you're here. Why am I not seeing Ashbel? Why can't we not hear you? But I can also see you on the platform anyway.
He's on the platform.
Okay.
He's on the platform, yes.
So why can't we not hear him?
Sorry, I'm on the road. I can't speak now. I'm on the road. But when I get to the house, I think I can speak. Sir. I'm on the road.
We will wait for you. You must speak. Oh.
Yes, sir. I will.
Okay. Um. Okay. So while they are waiting, while we're waiting for them, I will want. I will want.
Sorry, James Achibong said he's been trying to speak. There's a technical issue. That's what he's put on the chat itself.
I'll
He
be
can.
I'll be reading what he'll be saying, but
He
now,
said he can hear everyone, but it seems like we can't hear him.
okay. All right. So we're gonna we're gonna try Paul again. Paul.
Sir?
I'm gonna try you again. So now,
Sir, please, sir, can I have just 5 minutes? I'm like writing everything down. Can I just have 5 minutes? And I
no
promise you
problem.
it will be a better presentation.
No problem. No
Okay, sir.
problem. Yeah. So Louis, your hand is up.
Pastor, while that is ongoing, I'd like to state a situation that transpired last week, or rather
Okay.
this week, just yesterday, in fact. While at work, Pastor, I hope you don't mind, this is not a presentation.
Yeah.
Okay. While at work, a BMW customer rang, and elderly lady. She was, unfortunately, she got attended to a new staff, who is yet to be accustomed with the policy. So she was told she didn't have any policy. Meanwhile, she thought she had, but because of where she was, she panicked. And the new staff told her, okay, in order for us to come in, for those who do not have policy, you have to pay a certain amount of money, which she quickly paid in order to be rescued at that situation she was in. So she wasn't really sure. So the other lady, she called back and I attended to her. And as she said, oh, this was the situation. I looked at it. I noticed, first of all, the policy placed on her was wrong. And they didn't do extensive check. Like you said, profiling. They didn't do an extensive check to detect this customer had a policy with BMW and was charged wrongly. Now, under FCA rule, that's legal. Immediately, I switched into action. I apologized to the woman and told her, and she said with immediate effect, she'll be getting her money back. So immediately, I rang one of my managers. They were so happy I brought this to their knowledge, because if this had lingered on over 24 hours, that would have been a huge fine. And immediately the money was returned back to the woman.
Wow.
So when you talked about profiling, I did spot out the person who did this, because the system itself will log you in when you create a file. And the manager recommended that person get extensive training.
Yeah, that's recommendation.
Yeah, and the manager was quite happy that I said, "Oh, that's why we put you on the front line. In order for things like this not to skip past us, we are very grateful you found it." And that was it.
Yeah, that's a very good something that they have done to make sure people who don't follow policy because of their ignorance need to be well trained.
Well, there is a new staff, Pastor. It's a new staff. They're yet to be well polished. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. Yeah. So, all right, let me just run you through an initiative. Probably you want to hear from me a little bit. For example, everyone.
Oh yes.
Sir.
Do you want to hear from me a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can say in my previous role, it was a brownfield, or you can say it was a brownfield. Okay, I led a data governance initiative, and I focus on improving data quality in CRM platform. So, through data analysis, and I was able to determine the root causes of data inconsistencies and redundancy or duplications. Okay. Then I work closely with across the functional department, that is collaboration anyway, to establish what the data quality rules when in terms of policies, and also implement data validation with respect to the root causes and at every stages of data entry and also processing of data quality. So as a result, error were reduced to 60% or 30% within 6 months of the initiative. And that, as a result, that improved customer insight and more accurate recording and reporting for strategic decision making, and highly rewarded for that by promoting me from social level to social level, and what increase in my salary. Okay, is that not too small? I'm very short.
Oh yes, it was.
Okay, and it could be bigger. You can set standards, you can set criteria, can even set a entire program. What are the main causes? So this CRM platform, they are about data dimension, procedures. So, right? So you can also talk about repository. You can say there is no MDM, metadata management, database. You can bring that. There's no uniformity of all data in one fold, in one place. So how do you do that? There are so many initiatives that carry in data governance.
Or even duplicates in a system. You can talk about how you cleansed it of
absolutely
duplicates and made it more standardized.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're ready, let us know, because we're not going to run. These are part practical. I can teach you all the theory, but when you ask a question to tell someone what initiative you have carried out, like Louis just brought one that he experienced physically in his work. And don't forget, Louis, as you see, is one of your tutor here. He might also take your Power BI. So, so as you see him here, and so Paul, just notice, if Lou is going to be taking Power BI, if anybody is not here with the computer, you will not be able to. It's tougher than me in terms of compelling people to be with their computer. And get ready. If you are here, you must speak. If you are with Louis, you must speak as well. In fact, any of the tutor, you must speak. So speaking is very important. Okay? Yeah? We're ready for you, Paul.
I think generally in every aspect of, in every sector, it doesn't matter if it's data governance, management, in every sector, it's necessary. Sometimes we have to speak up, because having your voice heard makes it appear like you're more proactive in or you're a team player than when you just put yourself in a corner quietly. So managers like those who speak up. Sometimes in my mind, when I'm listening to people speak at team meetings, in my mind, I will say, I don't know what trash he's spewing out, but anyway, we'll sit and listen. They like people. They like people who are proactive. So as a data governance manager, it's very important that we are proactive. It's very important that we speak up. And sometimes even when we are speaking and it's not making sense, we could clarify.
They will correct you.
What I'm saying, is it making sense, or do you want to critique me or correct me? It's always good to do that. And even at interviews, it's okay to say, I don't understand the question, or if I understand what you're saying correctly, do you mean blah, 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 A to Z, or, stuff like that. It's all right to say that.
That's why everyone here is going to be speaking. Because if you speak, we know that you're ready to learn. So, who is going to be speaking now? Paul, you want to have a go again?
So can I go again?
Yes, please, if it is 100 times today. Because once you get it, you get it.
Okay,
so that's how.
I'll start now, sir. So thank you for coming. My name is Paul Ekene. In my previous job at Twin Supermarket, it was a grain field. I was given a period of 14 days to figure out issues within the organization. After the said period of time, I went back to my superiors and gave them the following feedback. Firstly, there was little or no customer feedback system. 2, there was poor product quality control. 3, no inventory management, and I found out this was due to human errors and that no particular set of employees were specifically assigned to the job. Now, I asked for a period of 60 days to rectify the issues. So firstly, I organized training programs for employees on customer service, product knowledge, and operational procedures. For our lack of customer feedbacks, I organized surveys and comment cards. This helped us identify areas for improvement based on customer service and customer satisfaction. For our product quality control, I established strict control measures for perishable goods and regular inspections for damage, expiration, or spoilage. For inventory management, I implemented a robust inventory management system to ensure accurate stock levels and effectively prevent stockouts. I implemented a new digital system, which was an automated checkout system, and I submitted a bid for a mobile app to be built. My superiors were pleased at the results, and of course, my bid for a mobile app was approved. Thank you very much.
Pastor, may I?
I'm done.
Do you want to comment on what Paul said, or?
Yeah, he
Okay.
stated a lot of things, and
Okay.
if I may, Paul, hi. You stated some major factors in your presentation, but
Yes, sir.
and you said you had just 60 days
Yes,
to
sir.
rectify. Was it for a particular job, or because you stated a lot of things actually, if I can recall. Some
Yeah,
of them were
there were
actually, some of them were actually critical. So
Okay.
if under critical you had 60 days, how come?
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
And you
sir.
know this
Okay,
a major,
sir.
and this was a major factor
Okay, sir.
facing the company. Yeah. Why
Okay,
60
sir.
days?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for that oversight. I mean that correction. The
So
thing is,
sorry, I could come into critical on that in that area. So in when you say something is critical, it varies from organization to organization. Critical could just be the next hour. Critical could be 1 month. Critical could be 3 months. Critical could even be 1 year, trying to get everything ready. There's been rollouts before in the IT field in my organization where they say there's going to be a rollout. It's crucial because there's been a hack into the system. In fact, let me even use the one that happened recently on I don't know if I'm allowed to mention TFL, where a young guy hacked into the system. I'm telling you, till today, they can't log in from home to do their timesheets. This was said to me by a very close friend. They have to go into the office to be able to log into computers in the office to do their timesheets due to that hacking. Now that has been going, that is termed critical. It was given a red alert.
Red flag. Yep.
Yes. But even until now, it's still not resolved. They called it a red flag, but they're still trying to see how they can prevent people from hacking into the system, because that caused a major shutdown. I think that's been going on for over 4 months. So if he said he was given 60 days critical, it could be that probably they have looked at it and it's something that will take, it could even take 6 months. But they said,
Okay.
okay, how far we can push him, and let's give him 6 days.
I
So,
think if I have to come in there.
yeah.
Yeah, Pastor, if I may, under critical, for instance, you all remember the Microsoft issue that caused the whole world a shutdown for some days?
Yeah.
That was a critical issue. And because of the volume and magnitude of the repairs that needed to be done and measures put in place to avoid that happening again, they quickly prompt into action, and these are programmers. They put heads together and it was resolved. Though there was a loss of money, but that was a critical situation. And I don't think that lasted up to a week.
No, it didn't last more than
It did not last up to a week.
You know, Max and Spencer.
How many days?
let me
No,
say,
but for Paul's presentation, he
Yeah.
said there was inventory issue. Inventory issue is cost effectiveness. That the
That's
company
it.
is not even aware of what
That's
is
it.
there and quality control. Now that area, if you class that for 60 days according to what Paul says, that's not critical.
Okay, now let me come back to it. Let me thank you so much. Ruben, I'm going to give you opportunity to talk, but I just want us to really define that critical very, very well in terms of data governance. So,
Sorry. You know, Max and Spencer are still dealing with the fallout of theirs. They're still losing money even till now on
the problem they have, they need to hire somebody like you or me to deal with that. Because at the end of the day, when you term something critical, it is critical.
Of
It is
course.
that is rating of dimension.
Yes, all
Critical
hands on
dimension.
board on that one.
Yeah, so they don't want to spend money. If you want to spend money, that will be solved. Even the people who hack it, we even provide an answer for you. They will say, put so amount of money, we're going to deal with it. And they will do that. Do you know what it is? It's damaging the image and reputation of M&S. So critical, critical. They can't tell something critical. They're using political sense of kind of this thing. You can't say critical and you cannot rectify within a short space of time. So
I
they
totally
better
agree with
change,
you, Pastor.
they better change the rating to high or
Totally,
medium.
but unfortunately, they
Yeah,
termed it critical, and it was something I thought that within a week or
it's
2 weeks,
they
I
are
would
not,
stop.
they are not serious about critical
They
things.
have, but it's still ongoing even till now. They still
That
have.
is why, we understand that. This is why we who know better will
And they
always retain it better. And do you know that that can result them to be sued seriously? You can't tell me critical and you're not be able to solve it.
I think recently in the news, recently in the news, I can't remember which organization. I don't know if it was Facebook again, where they said millions of customer and contact details, credit cards, and everything have been exposed online. Was it Facebook? I
No,
can't
it's not
remember.
Facebook. It's not Facebook. The Facebook that was last year, they charged them
It will happen
2.9. They
So
charged them $2.9 billion.
they're still dealing with that fallout even till now.
Yeah, that's what we're saying now. The thing is, let's call a spade, and let's call how it is, it is. So the thing is that, the thing is that critical is critical. But even if you have to have a space like what Lewis corrected in terms of poor presentation, if it's critical, that time is too big for you to solve it out.
Yeah, that's my only point.
Let me share something. Yeah. So are these companies that are reacting towards the issue of critical and they are not reacting very, very fast is a problem. Very, very big problem. Uh, I just want
Under
to
such
know,
circumstance, how do you classify such situations? Being a data governance.
yeah, that's a lapses of them because they don't know what they are doing. To be quite honest, it's too loose. Yeah, I don't know how they draw their governance policies. First of all, let me share something.
So let's say this was an interview for Paul, and he was could he
I'll
be
come back to
tackled by an engineer in regards to that presentation? Then why?
I'll call to Paul. Paul actually did very well. The only thing going to come back, he will go back again and come back again anyway. So now, do you remember this? Any of you? You remember this assignment?
Very, very well. Very, very well.
Okay, that's the first assignment, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. I've done it twice now.
Okay. Oh, these are all medium. No critical here. So okay, you have high here. Okay. Now let's assume high. Let's assume high on this domain. Okay. So now let's look at the timeline you are pursuing to it. Do you put timeline? Okay, to
yes, there was
resolve.
timeline on the assignment. Then the one I did with another thing, and another one I did with Madam.
Okay. So yeah, that's why I'm sharing. I'm sharing one of you. I don't know who has this assignment. So look at time to resolve. Somebody raises at also time. Okay. I don't know whether I have time to resolve it. I don't know if you put time. This shouldn't be you guys on anyway. To be resolved at the weekend, at the end of the week. This let me see.
Within days.
Yeah, within days. And this is what is high is within days. So critical is, I don't know how they do their rating. How can somebody be advising such to make a pronouncement that something is critical and they're still ongoing like that? I think Master Spencer need praying for. So let's come back to what
I only share I only agree with Paul in regards of the software he used for feedback. I know softwares are designed, but actually when it comes, no matter how much programmers put softwares into to meet up with with the company's needs.
It's customized to it.
It takes time until it's actually put into practice or put into play. That is when you know whether or not that program is actually giving the feedback that actually they need, or the effectiveness of that software feedback. We have an example. We had a new software introduced into our company. As much as they promoted the software that things would be a lot more quicker, faster, just 2 weeks, a lot of problems came up. A lot.
It can even
migrating from the old one into the new one. Laptops were not working properly. A lot of things, and the IT were in serious problem.
Yeah.
So it takes a while.
Yeah. I also have a new software of a central database of where I'm the head of data. So, and the steward want me to come and sign off everything. I look at it. Yeah, I saw a lot of, incompleteness and inconsistency in what I saw. So what I did, obviously, I told them to go through I told them to go through, because the old platform, I didn't allow them to eliminate it. So I was working the two parallel onto the new one. Also have to be more user friendly before I sign it off. So what actually happened, I said, once that is done, I will want them to, once that is done, I will want that to be sent to me online where I am, instead of me to go to the office to sign it off. I will look at it properly and then before I'll sign it off. So I'm maintaining the old one in order for business purposes, so that in case of anything, it will not be, a problem to the company itself. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. New software, 2 weeks is not enough. Even 1 year may not even be enough to handle situations. So once a new one is around, we don't throw away the old one. Just allow them to run parallel until everyone will be able to be acquainted with the operation of the new software. Okay, so this is a very good experience. I'm giving you the experience on that. So,
so sir, can I go again?
Yeah, you're gonna go about before you go again, because we will go about 100 times. So I'm ready. So there are a few things I'm going to put it in.
Okay,
yeah. Now take note of this. In the beginning, you did very well. You also very well. Let me spell out areas. Your salutation, that your greeting is very important. Greetings. Okay, that's very good. Then the field, you talk about the field, whether green or brown, or arrow, which is good. Then you mention your initiative. Your initiative, you may mention of them 3, your initiative, okay, which is very good, okay. And then the root cause of all those root cause, 4 root cause, okay, the root causes or the causes, what has gone wrong and their causes, okay. And then you work collaboratively, that is, you work collaboratively within the time space, or let's just say let me start again. Your initiative, you carry out, and your feed, your green feed, and let me talk about you in your roadmap. Just a roadmap. I expected Louis to tell you about the roadmap, because that's where he was coming from. Roadmap. Your roadmap is We have roadmap of 30 days, which 30, 60, and 90 days. 30 is asked to have an access and have assessment, then you carry out in establishing what you want to establish within 60 days, and 90 days you that working towards maturity. But in any case, those are just numbers, but sometimes could be varied. So at the end of the day, your roadmap, you have drawn a roadmap and you have access and you carry an assessment of the current data situations of the place and discover it's a green field. On that basis, you have to carry out what is called data governance program. That program, the first thing you carry out is initiative or data quality or whatever. So you bring the root cause out, you work collaboratively with a cross-functional department, which of course every department you have access to that, and you work with their data owners and the stewards in each of them. I like the way you talk about the training workshop you carry out. This is very, very important. You did absolutely very well. In fact, every other aspect you did very well. You still have not mentioned at the end the result of it. And its error were reduced to the result.
Okay, sir.
Remember that?
Yes,
Reduce.
sir.
And the two, reward. That reward is very, very important. Okay. And don't forget also to mention that there are challenges you met. How did you mitigate against those challenges? What kind of challenge you take? It's about trying to get data owners or those who work with you, and they find it difficult to understand that, and you have to do. What did you do to mitigate those things? You mentioned them anyway. Will you mention how you mitigated against such? You say you did workshop training and creating awareness, and they buy into your initiative. You understand, which is very good. And then they work with you and you're able to validate. You have automation system, which you mentioned. That is so fantastic. Don't rush it. Take your time. Just take your time. Okay. If this is what we have achieved today, that's what matters to me. Okay. And
Okay, sir.
oh
Sir,
yeah.
can I try again so that we'll find out more places I'm missing, and then I would.
Oh yeah. I know.
Pastor, you see the spirit I'm talking. I like Paul.
I like
Honestly, I
that.
like him already.
That is.
I like
This
him
is where I'm
already.
coming from.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's just like you. But I want to.
No, I like him already.
Yeah. So Paul, we'll come back to you, but I promised Ruben to speak first before any other thing. Ruben,
Okay,
your
sir.
hands up. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I wanted to ask about, he talked about the software that he built to monitor, to track the data quality, the inflow of buying and selling. So my emphasis is on the data security. How was he able to kind of fortify the data space, the app, the software?
Absolutely. That please don't forget to put that in your initiative, Paul, because that even when you have finished your initiative, you secure it.
Okay, sir.
Yes, that's the security against external threat or malwares.
No, that's protection. Protection.
Yes.
You carry out protection,
Yes, protection.
which include both data privacy and data security, because two things different. In protection, we have two things: data security and data privacy. One is talking about protecting data based on terms of the law and regulations to avoid non-compliance
I'm
and
still
risk.
something.
And then another one is security, talking about unauthorized access
Yes.
to data. So both of them are called data protection, and it can always depends on the jurisdiction where you are based. If it is within Europe, we have GDPR. The US, we have different kind of protection like HIPAA and CIP as well. So depends on where you are operating from. I don't know of Nigeria anywhere whether they are operating on GDPR or whatever. So it depends on where you're operating from. So make sure you include that in your system. Even if you don't say the regulations that is prevailing within the jurisdiction of your operation. Just say, I carry out data protection and automated mode and that kind of thing. How did you do that? You do encryption or end-to-end encryption or whatever. So is that okay? So ready to put it. This is the reason why you see I tell you that wait till when I speak with other people, then you include it. So when you are ready, let us know. Okay? And Paul has been trying. I'm going to call all of you to make sure you do your own. Okay, thank you. Action. Paul, all ears open.
Okay, sir. Which kind of noise is it?
We can hear you properly.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
In a bit, sir.
Yeah, we're ready.
Excuse me, noise. They are hearing you too. Okay, sir.
We can hear you,
Sir.
but we're not hearing noise from your side. It's only
Okay, sir. So let me start again. So, thank you all for coming. My name is Paul Ekene. In my previous job at Twin Supermarket, it was a grain field. I was given a period of 14 days to figure out the issues within the organization. Although I knew within myself that they had already figured out the problems, but wanted me to do my job as it was my job. So after the said period of time, I went back to my superiors and gave them the following feedback in the following order of importance. Poor product quality control as a result of poor product inspection. 2, no inventory management due to human errors and no particular set of employees were assigned to the job. 3, no reliable customer feedback system. After deliberation, I was given a period of 30 days to rectify the issues with our products, rectify the issues with our product quality as top priority. Firstly, I organized training programs for employees on customer service, product knowledge, and operational procedures. For our lack of customer feedback, I organized surveys and comment cards. This helped us to identify areas for improvement based on customer service and customer satisfaction. For our product quality control, I established strict control measures for perishable goods and regular inspections for damage, expiration, or spoilage. For inventory management, I implemented a robust inventory management system to ensure accurate stock levels and effectively prevent stockouts. I also implemented a new digital system, which was an automated checkout system, and I submitted a bid for a mobile app to be built. After successfully implementing our initiatives, our customer feedback was through the roof. We reduced damage and expiration by 30% in the first month, 60% in the second, and the percentage continues to reduce as time went by. For our inventory management, we completely solved the issue during the first month, and our relationship with our suppliers were much more comprehensive. Our only drawback was that it took some employees longer to get used to our digital system. For that, I ensured that those who find it harder to use went back to undergo the training again. I ensured that only specific employees that underwent the training programs were allowed to use our checkout systems. New employees were employed to carry out regular inspections on our goods to ensure that we had no spoilage or expiration problems. After my period of time, my superiors were pleased at the result. As a result, they approved my bid for a mobile app and I was given a raise. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Anything from Barrister? Are you there?
I was about to say that also. The panel, the judges.
Barrister, thank you so much, Paul. Barrister, are you there?
No, Pastor, I like the presentation more. It's a lot more better, more comprehensive, well polished, but a little bit of improvement, but far better, far better.
Yeah, like Louis said, that was actually a lot better. But when you say you were given a raise, I think it's very good when you say, okay, quantify it, to say my salary was increased, or I was even given a bonus. You could say probably my salary was increased by probably 10%, 20%, or 30%, you know. But well done. You've done very well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yeah, Ife.
Oh yes, sir. He did well. He did very well. And yes, barrister has already said what I wanted to say about the race part. So yeah, giving a bonus or some sort of incentive anyway at the end of it all. So yeah, I think it's answered the question any interviewer would want to hear, or at least is satisfactory enough if you go for an interview.
Yeah, for interview, it'll be more satisfactory. But if you face someone like me, there are a lot to be put in as well. So I just said that I will send something to him to put those things in consistently. First of all, there are languages that we need to put in data governance, and you're talking about those are greenfield or brownfield, and your initiative you mentioned in Unity, which he carried out about 3 things at a time in his initiative. You know that carry out 3 things at a time. That is big, and also you talk about you work collaboratively. These are things that you need to be talking about. You work across functional department, and we're able to come out with, you work and are able to come out with reasons and the root causes of those things. So it's very, very important. Very, very important. You need to always talk about working with others. And you detected the following. What you detected is that as a result of this, that, and you come out with data governance policies and processes to deal with those root causes. And everyone in the company buy into it. For those who were not able to know, you created awareness by giving them workshop or training. These things has always going to be there. The software, you recommended the software. So like what if I said that I recommended the software for the program, which is user-friendly, customized to the purpose of your program. Paul, are we getting there?
Yes, sir.
So, and that software have done great things and reduced. I like the way you took it. The first month, the second month, third month, how you reduce. You carry out 3 things at a time. You talk about, you talk about perishable goods, you talk about products, you talk about feedback systems and all those things. It's a very big work. You were able to, because I look at your timing, you were able to deliver everything to less than 2 minutes. So you're going to take it very easy. Make sure you can use about 3 minutes anyway. So no
Thank you,
rush.
sir.
No rush. So yeah, no rush.
Pastor, I don't
Yeah.
know how long Paul has been here, but for
Sir?
this kind of presentation, he has raised the bar up for others to meet up. At least now everybody knows the kind of expectation they need to get up to now.
Classic.
Thank you, Paul, for raising the bar.
Classic.
Thank you, sir.
We have very few people that have gone through the training that have been like that. There's one Bumi, and there's UFA, and people were very, very, very short people that have done things like that, and it's very good. Okay, I think I'm going to close today for this because next time we meet, we're going to talk about this. Those who are not here prepare yourself for next time, and then I teach another team, then probably just give an assignment. That's okay. We learned something today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes, absolutely.
thank you so much. Good to see you, Ramsey. I know you're very busy able to come today. Ramsey, next time, let me tell you that there's going to be a presentation.
Thank you, sir. I'll be earlier next time, sir. Thank you.
So also with presentation, Ramsey, isn't it?
I'll try, sir.
So everyone.
So I'll call you during the week. I haven't received anything from you.
I sent it yesterday as well. This is the second time I sent them to you.
Okay, I'll send my email address to you again.
I used the one you sent to me. Okay, send it to me again. I will forward it. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Paul, did you receive anything from me? Paul, did you receive anything from me?
Yes, sir. It was links for verification
Yes.
on WhatsApp.
That's very good. Yeah. And also, no, check your email, Paul, also.
Yes, sir.
And people who have, some of them have received. But because of this presentation, I didn't see them because I told you last week, some people, when they come to presentation, they will always borrow legs. But they know that the essence of being here is very important. And I will make sure I get in touch with them that they shouldn't run away. They should come and listen, and they have to do their own. Okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Sir.
All right. I say thank you so much for coming. And if you have anything, please get in touch, and then we can always talk about it.